Hello, my beautiful and wonderful, supportive Pisces group. I am so happy to see you today, and I'm happy to do a reading for you once again. We're going to, I already picked a card of the day, like a beautiful card. It's going to be, it's snowy outside, so I don't know. They look like little beautiful snow flakes coming down, even though there's flowers. I love it. And this is saying I can gradually change my vibrational frequency. There is no thought that you cannot eventually have, just that there's no place that you cannot eventually reach from wherever you are. But you cannot instantly jump to a thought that has a vibrational frequency very different from the thought you are usually thinking. So it's very hard to switch from a negative thought to a positive thought. This is a Hester Hicks teaching, or Abraham teaching, I guess, that says that really to get into a better thought you need to meditate, and you need to either meditate or just take a nap, go to sleep, so that you can reset your thought, especially if you're going down the path, okay, of really negative, okay? If you're going in a path of really positive, why would you ever stop that? Because you're going with the flow. You're going downstream, not upstream. It's wonderful. But this case, this is when, you know, the world is awful. It's spiraling into darkness. I can't do anything. It's very hard to get yourself out of there when you're already going down that path. What you need to do is really just try to move yourself in a space of quiet, okay? So that you can just reset. If you're not too far down the path, then you can gradually change your vibrational frequency. And, you know, it's okay to accept that we're going to have some hard days, especially if we're doing all of this work on ourselves, Pisces. You've got to be kind to yourself, okay? I'm going to take a sip of coffee. We're going to start with another oracle card. I'm sorry for the slurping. It's very hot. I hate people who slurp. Oh, it's driving me bananas. If I go with somebody and they're just slurping the whole time, you know, you hear them like their soup or their coffee. Oh my God. My brain goes on. Ow. See, I'm human. But I'm a human who would tell you to stop. Please stop doing that. My brain hurts when you do that. All right. Okay, so we're going to take a shaman card, and this one seems to want to come. Eagle. Oh, beautiful. I love the eagle. Very much depicting an air sign, okay? So you could be dealing with an air sign. I'm going to start naming this like that. I know I see a lot of readers do it, and I like it, okay? So you could be dealing with air sign, or you could be having air sign qualities. We are in the month of Aquarius. I was born very close to Aquarius, so sometimes you can have a lot of their traits. Did you know that? Absolutely. You have the number 16, which is 1 plus 6, which is 7. So I'm going to take a quick look to see. This says, eagle comes from the east, the place of the rising sun. Wow. Of new beginnings. Beautiful. Just works right into what we're doing, doesn't it, Pisces? She soars high in the sky, sees the smallest detail with clarity without losing track of the bigger picture. What a magical card, okay? And nests in the high mountains. For eagle, there are no obstacles, only opportunities. She calls you to ascend, to acquire perspective, so you can fly wing to wing with the great spirit. Wow. Okay, this is a powerful card this morning, Pisces. Look at that. It says, have you been trapped in your daily routine and feel you don't know where to go, what to do next? Have you lost your sense of purpose? Eagle invites you to take a deep breath. Spread your wings. When was the last time you opened them? Eagle reminds you that your spirit was born to soar to the heavens. As you contemplate choices, ask yourself, do I want to live in a chicken coop, sheltered from life, counting the regular feedings, or do I want to soar like an eagle? If your answer is the latter, then you must accept Eagle's invitation and embrace the courage that will help you choose freedom. It's hard sometimes, Pisces, okay? When I read this, I remember myself a couple months back. I stayed a long time in a situation where I was in a chicken coop and I got fed. And you know, for quite a few years it was okay. It was even bearable in the middle part at some time when I was accomplishing a lot with what the farmer was feeding me, okay? But at one point, it gets to be where you just want to be free, okay? At one point, you want to be free. So you have to ask yourself that question. Do you want to stay where you are? Or do you want to be free? Maybe this gradual card, this frequency that they're talking about, is you gradually moving from being sheltered and stuck to soaring to new heights, okay? I love this reading. I already feel it's going to be a really good one. Really good one, you guys. Alright, let's see what we can get here. I hope you're doing well. And before I keep going, my name is Jane. If it's your first time here, this is a Pisces family. We work here on your spirit, okay? We work on your inner self. And it's to inspire and motivate you and help you along at any part of your life. My readings are general, so all of these could apply to family, friends, love, career, money, anything that you need it applied to, it most likely will resonate, okay? So, oh, there you go, never-ending story, yeah. I think we're going to be talking about feeling stuck in a situation that you're in. Okay, that seems to be the theme this morning. 37, number 10. Everybody knows I like 10. Almost as much as I like 9. 9 is my favorite. Okay, so here we go. 10. Let's see what we have here. Oh, I'm looking at 10 and it's Unfinished Symphony, but it's 37. Jane's brain is working on something else. Ah, thank you for your patience. Self-criticism, the wounded ego, unnecessary drama, okay? Okay, so this is talking about you, I guess, or just people around you who are creating a lot of conflict, okay? It says, there's a story woven through the imperfect fabric of life that tells hurt and loss, rejection and humiliation, self-loathing and arrogance, and all matter of suffering born of unnecessary dramas. It is an old story, whose refrain is that you cannot do this. You must not go there. You should not say that, lest your world come crumbling down. Okay, I'm getting what it's saying. Today, know that none of this is actually true. The sky is not falling. The voice you hear is just a small, scared, conditioned part of you that got stuck in a lie, wants to protect you, and needs to be seen as a victim. Love that lost piece of you. Fear is all it knows. Distorted guidance is preventing you from being true to yourself. You are not your story, and the narrator is simply the voice of your fearful part. Small, vulnerable, and easily soothed. Okay, so we are talking about the inner child here, and we're still in the root chakra. Unbelievable. Okay, so this is weaving a story finally, but I wasn't surprised. I already knew. I already knew we were going to be talking about the inner child today, because this is about the root chakra again, but this is like the inner child of your root chakra. Okay, yesterday we talked about something else in the root chakra. This is like looking at a different part. Okay. This is a scared inner child, the one that you've let take the wheel in the decisions of your life, okay? Because that inner child has been hurt or burned or really hurt and burned, okay? And this happens a lot. This has happened a lot. You know, I'm going to say something that I thought when I had my children, okay? I remember that where I come from, where I live, you need a license to have a dog. but you don't need one to have a child. They tell you the dog needs to be neutered and this and what to feed it, and they have guidebooks and stuff. And I, at the time when I had my children, I thought it was very peculiar that at the hospital they handed me my child, and with no questions whatsoever of knowing what I was doing, they let me walk out with a tiny bundle, a tiny life. And of course, I'm smart enough to look at what I needed to do, okay? And figure it out. But my adopted mother had never had small children. She adopted me when I was 12. And my mother was no longer alive. So I really had to look at my resources. And I wasn't one who babysat everybody. I had a very small family. So I had to learn all of this stuff. And I always thought to myself, you need all these licenses and you need all these things to know about vulnerable animals. What about vulnerable children? I thought that was always very strange. It never made much sense in my mind. And Spirit is bringing it back up to me because I'm talking about an inner child. Somebody who is put in the hands of other human beings, who children think that people know what they're doing, and it's not necessarily true. But children trust, especially parents, without question, that these people have their best interests at heart, that they will love and care for them. Now, I'm pretty sure that it's better today, and Lord knows, I hope that it's better today. I have the card of spiritual partnership. I'm going to continue as I speak because I just don't want to be talking the whole time. This is about healing the inner child, though. This is about helping the inner child realize that you can be trusted, okay? This card indicates a time when a significant spiritual relationship is about to be forged. There you go. Perhaps it comes in a form of a friendship between like-minded souls on a similar journey toward an enlightenment. Hey, I'm hoping you consider me one of those people. Or maybe it's a master-discipline relationship where there's an important individual enters your life. The saying goes, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Oh, I love that. I know that, and I love that saying. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And when yours arrives, he or she will assist in expanding your spiritual growth. During the course of this relationship, you will play the role of both teacher and student. It's like the Hierophant card, isn't it now? Okay. And the wisdom gained from this experience will enhance your connection to Source. Perhaps a spiritually minded person will broaden your understanding of the divine. Maybe you become a catalyst in another spiritual journey and help that individual on his or her path. See, Pisces, you will end up helping somebody at one point. Maybe, okay, and then regardless of the form the spiritual relationship takes, it will serve your greater good. Okay, so to improve your current situation, you are being asked to adjust to, harmonize with, the natural rhythm and cycles of your life, okay? That's leading you to a significant spiritual relationship. So pay attention to the speakers, the teachers, and authors who teaching you respect. Be on the lookout for people on a journey similar to your own. That would be me, okay? Embrace the opportunity to enhance your spiritual growth. And the affirmation for this card is, through a sacred spiritual relationship, I deepen my connection to Source, okay? Absolutely. You're deepening your relationship to Source. I love that. Okay? So we're dealing with the inner child. You have to reparent that inner child. You have to help that inner child understand that you can be trusted to make decisions, okay? I want you to look at them as two separate entities. The adult you and the child you. I have to have coffee. If you like these types of reading and you're new, please subscribe. I have some wonderful people supporting me on this channel. They are beautiful Pisces, and they leave beautiful comments for me. I ask you to do the same and keep it nice and not happy, but you know, somewhat positive in a comment section. You can share of your life. I enjoy that, and I invite for you to comment anything that you like, okay? Okay, so basically what you need to do is to take that inner child out of the driver's seat, is what I'm hearing here, okay? Because they need to be carefree, this inner child. They can't be driving the car. They don't have the ability to do that. All they see is fear, okay, and distrust, especially if this inner child's been hurt, okay? So you have to really help them change direction, okay? Because if this inner child's been wounded, they're not going to change your vibrational frequency, and they're not going to help you soar, okay? And it will be a never-ending story, because it's at the base it's at the base chakra with your root chakra, and it's something very basic, instinctual as a child, especially if you've been hurt or damaged. It can cause a lot of problems. Did I see a card flip over? We'll see later. All right. So can you give me a card, please, Spirit, to help my beautiful Pisces Collective with their journey today? Knight of Swords. Okay. And the Three of Pentacles, okay? The Knight of Swords for me is somebody who is going head on, full tilt, full steam into something, okay? I put it beside a spiritual partnership. I feel that for a lot of you, this is what you want, okay? You're here, you're listening, you're looking for spiritual guidance, okay? And it's here. Spirit is saying that it's always been here, okay, with the Three of Pentacles. That I know is not, I'm an intuitive reader, and I'll tell you right away, okay? They're here, okay? This is this is the Lover's card, sorry, which is my card of union, commitment. They're committed to you. They're unified with you. They're a part of you. You walk with them every day, whether you feel them or not, whether you realize they're there or not, they're always there with you, okay? This is first and foremost, okay? Even the people who say, no, I don't have any spirit guide. Yes, you do. You do. It's fine. You know, they don't need, there's no wrong or right. They don't need to be acknowledged. They're there regardless, okay? It's like a thing. It's a thing. And you want to be speeding full speed ahead to understand or to cultivate this relationship, okay? But it's under the card of gradually changing your frequency. So you have to remember, Pisces, that this may not happen just right away. You have to work at it, okay? But don't be too worried about it. They're there with you, okay? They're there whenever you're ready to soar. They're going to be right there with you, okay? They're not going to let you fly off without anything. They're not going to disappoint or, how can I say this? Abandon you. There's no abandoning. That word doesn't exist for them. They're part of you. They're with you, okay? Very important. They're part of you. They are with you, even as you are listening to this right now. Between your spirit guides, your ancestors, everybody else, the angels that are around you, could probably fill the space around you to crack. And they're all filled with love. Imagine a great source of love looking down on you right now as you are watching this, okay? They're there. They believe in you. They know that you can make these changes happen, Pisces, okay? All right. So all right. Important to your vibration and important to this never-ending story that you feel you're repeating over and over again is the fact that you need to rest. You need to heal, okay? You need to heal this inner child. And if you look, it's the first time I noticed this ever. But look right at the corner. It looks like there's a very small person, much like a child, in that window. I have never ever looked at that. Maybe it isn't, but to me right now it looks like one. Okay? And it almost looks like this is either begging or pleading an adult or somebody to help. Okay? So this is you. This is your inner child inside asking for help. Okay? Whether you realize it or not, this person, this little person inside of you that's been wounded or shook up or displaced when they were young, they need healing. They need help. Okay? And you need to reparent that child. And how do you reparent that child? Well, you've got to let them enjoy the ride. You've got to tell them that you're going to take the reins, that everything is okay, and it's okay for them to enjoy their life. Okay? You've got to take him out of the driver's seat, and I heard this from Christina Lopes. You got to take this child out of the driver's seat and put him in the back seat where they belong. Okay? You've got to let them play in the back seat with their toys, to look out the window, to enjoy the scenery. They can't be driving. They're children, okay? A lot of us had to drive as children, and this is what you need to fix, okay? And you've got to listen to them and understand them. And sometimes it's hard to listen to children. Have you ever done it? Especially when they start babbling, you're going, what are you saying? But if you say quiet enough without dismissing them, you're going to soon understand that it makes all the sense in the world. Okay? It's going to balance out. You're going to hear the emotion. And you're going to hear that this emotion makes a lot of sense. It is balanced out the only way that they've ever known how. Okay? And you have done with it the very best, okay? I don't want you to feel like you're defective. You have worked and done wonders with what was handed to you in your lifetime, okay? You've made it work. You have created balance and security for yourself, okay? That is very important for you to understand with this, okay? You have become the very best Pisces that you possibly could be. The very best Pisces. But it's time to listen to that child, okay? You can do this by meditation, quiet time, meditation, anything, okay? Just sit around and listen to yourself. There it is. You've got to listen to your inner child. This is absolutely the Six of Cups, okay? By listening to this inner child, you're going to start your gradual change of frequency into trusting, into letting go, to integrating that inner child into your chakra system of balancing them out. Okay, there's 7 cups. There's also 7 chakras here, okay? All different. All these cups are different. Every single one is different. You have to treat this one as different as well. Pisces. Every single one of these are different. Every chakra that you work on is different. And we tend, at the beginning when I started doing my spiritual journey, it's not to be mean, but they never wanted to be. I remember there was one teaching that I took, and I won't diss the teacher, but they said there's very few people who relate to their root chakra. You know, what kind of chakra are you working through? And they said very few people work through their root chakra. And as I've been starting to do this work, I realize it's because that chakra is usually the first one to be damaged. Okay? So it isn't the one that we go to at the beginning. We go to the higher ones, the crown, okay, the throat, the heart, even the solar plexus. Okay, the third eye. But we rarely go to the root chakra, that one that needs to be fixed, mended. It's almost a physical form of the chakras. You can almost see it, how damaged it gets, okay? And all of them, the funny part is that at the least amount that we put on the root chakra, because it's such basic instinct, it's such the beginning. It's not the more sophisticated chakra, let's call it. It is so important. It's a foundation, okay? We need to give it a lot more thought, a lot more work, because by building this sacred foundation, all the other 7 will function so much better. It is essential to fix that one if you want to get something done. If you want to walk around a little broken but still pretty good, there's no problem. You can do that. You've done excellent work patching, okay? But if you want to move into the next stage, you really have to do that work, okay? You have the Wheel of Fortune here. The Wheel of Fortune is talking about cycles, okay? Now, what they're saying here is that don't blame yourself, okay? Whatever part you are in your life, don't sit there and go, well, if I would have known this years ago, I could have done something. Now it's like this time, and now I've got to start right back at the beginning. Like, the Wheel of Fortune card is saying that you are exactly where you're supposed to be at the exact time you're supposed to be there, okay? So there's no sitting there and blaming yourself for not figuring this out before. This is a big problem for me. I'll have to tell you that much. This was a big problem for me. A lot of the things that I've done in life, when I started fixing things, I was always saying, what if I would have known this 10 years ago? It would have been so much better. I would have done so much more. You have to give yourself a break, Pisces, okay? You're not the end all and be all, and nobody is asking you to be the savior. They're asking you to be your beautiful, beautiful you, flawed and all, everything. This is what makes you who you are. This is what's going to make you help other people, okay? If you were perfect, you wouldn't know how to help other people. You wouldn't have any personal experience to base it on. Everything we do, all this work here, is just to get you to the next level, okay? It's just to help you go through that hump so that you can start working on your life, helping others, doing things, okay? Being a light worker, if that's what you want to do. Being a card reader, if that's what you want to do. With kindness and graciousness in your heart, okay? Here we go. Do you have another card for me? Oh, look at that. Yeah. Yeah, that beautiful 8 of Swords and the Moon card, okay? In this case, the Moon card's been coming out a lot, but I think it's because it's just removing the illusion of the blockages that you have. Because I know at different parts, and I'll say this, I'll be the first to admit it, at different parts I said, I have no blocks, everything's fixed. I've fixed everything. I don't know what they're talking about. It's an illusion, okay? Sometimes balance that we've created, we think, well, I balanced this, everything is fine, I'm safe, I've made it safe. I look on the outside, I let the outside, when the outside comes in, I block the outside. But you're not blocking, you're just creating an environment from the environment, okay? It's kind of hard to explain, but you let the environment affect your environment. And that's what we're working on here, okay? We don't want the environment to affect your environment. And I'm not talking about, going out in a snowstorm where you're going, I'm going out naked and I'm going to be fine in the snowstorm. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about reacting to circumstances instead of setting your own, okay? So sometimes that's important, especially if there's guns being fired, very important. Let's make the clarification. But you know what I'm talking about. An intelligent Pisces will know what I'm talking about. This is something internal, okay? Sometimes we follow thinking we're leading, and we should be leading in our own life, okay? We accept circumstances because of fear, and it's an illusion. Example, I worked 11 years at a job. I kept telling myself, it's close to home. I'm making money. I have some sort of security. I shouldn't be complaining even though this job is sucking the life force right out of me and has nothing to do with enlightenment, nothing to do with anything I've ever wanted to do in my life, but it's paying the bills. I thought I was controlling the situation by staying there, by making it balance in my life, okay? Telling myself that this made me feel balanced and I was okay. I did it out of fear of new, okay? I could do any job. I could be an Amazon driver if I wanted to, okay? I didn't need to work an office job. But in my mind, the fear was so big. The inner child came in and said, no, you can't. That's so unsafe. That's dangerous. Danger, danger. Don't go there. It wasn't danger. It wasn't going out in a snowstorm naked. It was just making a change. But I didn't put it into perspective. I had the illusion that things were going to go badly. And I blocked myself and thought I was still in balance, and I was not, okay? I hope that clears it up. I hope that makes sense to you, okay? So I wouldn't want to lead anybody down the path of a stupid thought, okay? All right, and this all comes down to your own personal work, okay? When you start doing this work, it's going to bring you this happy card that everybody talks about in every reading. Oh, personal gains, personal prosperity, abundance, happiness. No, it makes you feel secure. Look at this lady. She looks secure in her garden of abundance, okay? She's standing around completely okay. Look, she's also holding that eagle. See this one here? See the eagle? She's got it in her hand, okay? She's getting ready to release this eagle. She's completely okay with it, okay, for it to take off. Maybe it's not an eagle, but it's wearing a hat like one, so I'm going to call it an eagle today because that's exactly what I'm getting from it, okay? This is the eagle of happiness. This is the eagle of contentment. This eagle is about to take off, okay? Why? Because all of this inner work that you've been doing, Pisces, has been a gradual change of vibration. You've been working with the inner child. You've had a spiritual partnership. You're letting them in, letting them help you by meditating, by changing your vibrations, by stopping this never-ending loop, this never-ending story of an illusion of balance, okay? And really working on the healing right here. It's right here, the healing, okay? Okay, so I'm going to take a couple more cards. Right. My little page of swords came into play. Now, this is a PS, okay? When you're done this reading and you start, you may try to talk yourself out of it, okay? In the end, you may say to yourself, well, there's nothing really wrong, okay? The job's not really that bad, okay? Yeah, it doesn't fulfill me, but whose job does fulfill them, okay? Who walks around happy? Who really gets what they really want in life, okay? This would have been my little page of swords. But the page of swords is also a brand new idea, okay? So you've got to turn this guy off, the negative one, the one who is gossiping in your ear and telling you all kinds of lies about what's going on. And you need to tune in to something different, the new idea, your skill to figure things out, to create harmony. There's that Lover's card again. It was at the bottom and now it's there. And now what's there is the Six of Pentacles, the scales, the card of balance, okay? You have to tune in to yourself. You have to tune in to that part of yourself that explains. Harmony, that not explains, that feeds your harmony, okay, and your union of all your chakras. Very important. You have to put those together. You have to get them together. Okay, Pisces? I'm going to pull one more here for you. I hope you've enjoyed these readings. They're very deep. They're very good. Okay? There's a lot of meat and potatoes here. That's what I'm getting in my head. There's a lot of meat and potatoes. You may have to think about it for a while. Okay? You may have to look up videos or look up things, how to heal your inner child, how to help your inner child. I wholeheartedly suggest you do. Okay? Christina Lopes is a wonderful teacher. She is on YouTube. I do not know her. I do not have any affiliations to her. But I think she's a very enlightened human being. I think she's done her own work, and she knows what she's talking about. You can also let her know that I've sent you. Jane, from here. I'd love to speak with her. I think she's a wonderful person. Okay. Alright, so let's see. Soul coaching. Thank you. You have the commitment. My commitment increase my joy and freedom. Look at that. Let me see what else I see here. What else do I see? I see a flower. I see a heart. And I see the wind blowing, okay? The wind that will carry that eagle through, okay? Your commitment, okay? You're sitting down to think to yourself, okay, I want to fix this. I really do. And I'm committed to do it, okay? I'm committed to help myself grow, learn, forgive, help myself, forgive others is going to get you there, okay? You got to have your heart involved, your mind, all of the elements. I keep repeating that in every video, but you need to get all parts of yourself involved to move forward, Pisces, in this journey. And when you do, it's going to be a wonderful thing. A wonderful thing. There's going to be bumps and bruises. There may even be a lot of tears. I guarantee there'll be tears. Especially when you realize how much you need to heal that inner child in yourself. Be kind to that child. Hug that child. Love that child. Give that child a sense of security and let them know that they can trust you with your decisions in life, okay? Like I said, take that child out of the driver's seat. Put him in the back seat, okay? All right, so there you go, Pisces. I hope that you've enjoyed your reading. I hope that this is helping you in some way, shape, or form. I do know that the collective is coming together to reach a whole bunch of us, a group of us, to preach this message. Every time I do a video, I find a counterpart who's doing the same kind of video, which to me speaks volumes that the collective spirit guides are kind of coming down and just shooting all these similar ideas to us so that we can give them to you, so that you can work on you, so that you can lead your very best life. Take care of yourself, Pisces. I will see you in the next video, which is later on tonight. I post twice a day. Make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and please leave me a comment. I love it when you comment. The sooner, the better. Take care of yourself. Love and light. Walk in beauty. And take care. Stay safe.